This is a video to show a new feature that I've added to the auto pinyin script to also add tone colors to characters according to their pinyin. This video will be in two parts. First, I'll show you how to get the script working and how to color characters according to the pinyin that you've included in another field in your cards. And secondly, I'll show you how to easily and semi-automatically add colors to characters that don't have any pinyin field associated with them. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't show chapters for my videos. I guess it's because I don't have enough views or subscribers or something like that. But I'll include a timestamp in the description anyway for that second part. So anyone who just wants to quickly add colors to characters without needing to include pinyin can just directly go to that part of the video. I'm also assuming that you've watched the previous video about how to add this script to your cards. If you haven't, you can see it on my channel, and that'll guide you through the basics of how it works and how to add it into your own cards. The updated script is backwards compatible. That means you should be able to just copy the new code into your existing cards without anything breaking. I'll be replacing the original code on Chinese forums, so you can grab the updated version from there. I'll also be uploading the sample deck to download and use as a basis for your own note types, or as an easier way to copy the code from within Anki. Let's have a quick look at how the new character colorization works. This is the sample deck that will be available on Chinese forums, and it still contains the old note type, but this card you see uses the new note type. I've called it version 2. This is an example with a pretty basic note layout, characters on the front and pinyin on the back. You can see if I view the back of the card, the characters are all white. For adding colors to pinyin, we needed to add a class called auto pinyin to any pinyin that we wanted colorized. We'll also need to add a class to characters that we want colorized. The class is called auto characters. Unlike pinyin, we also need to add something else for the script to work. So here we can add another property called data target pinyin and set it to 1. I'll explain what this means in a bit. So the result of adding the class and target pinyin to the characters is that it'll now be colorized according to the pinyin, as colorized by the script. So you'll definitely need the pinyin colorization to be working first before your characters can be colorized. The pinyin colorizer allows you to have multiple instances of pinyin on a single card, and it'll colorize any of them with an auto pinyin tag. So that's useful if you want to include something like example sentences on your card. Auto characters also supports multiple instances, but if you have multiple instances of pinyin, you need to let the script know which instance to get the colors from. I considered just letting it grab them in the order that they appear, so the first set of characters will match to the first pinyin. But I thought being able to assign numbers would make it a little bit easier and more flexible, because you never know what order things are really going to come in. So that means the script needs a little way of knowing where to get the colors for each set of characters. And that's what that second data target pinyin attribute is for. By setting this to 1, we tell the script to get the colors of the first pinyin on the card. 2 will take the colors from the second instance of pinyin, and so on. You can see that as I change the numbers, the colors of the characters will change to match the colors of the different instances of pinyin below. And that's really all there is to it. It's pretty simple, but hopefully flexible enough to be useful in most cases. One thing I should add is that I did consider that needing to supply the pinyin for every set of characters you want colorized might be a hassle. The seemingly obvious solution would be to check the tones of characters from a list, but that would mean basically either including an entire dictionary in the script or requiring the user to always be connected to the internet for the script to work. Unless someone can convince me of a need to do things more automatically from a dictionary, I think I'm happy to leave things the way they are for now. It also gets around the problem of characters with multiple pronunciations. That said, there might be situations where you want to add colors to characters that don't have corresponding pinyin. So I've added a manual way to do that. For this method, you'll still need to add the auto characters class, but instead of data target pinyin, you will need to add a data custom pinyin attribute to the container of your characters. The value of this field will be numbers that correspond to the tones that you want for each character. 1 for first tone, 2 for second tone, 3 for third tone, 4 for fourth tone, and 5 for a neutral tone. You'll need one number for every character that you want colorized. So if you have 4 characters, you should have 4 numbers. one to correspond to each character. For example, here I can put in 3, 1, 3, 4. So the first character is the third tone, the second character is the first tone, the third character is the third tone, and the fourth character is the fourth tone. You can see as I change the numbers, the colors of the characters change as well. And that's really it for now. If you have any questions or comments, if you notice any bugs or want to request a feature, feel free to leave a comment or contact me on Chinese forums. I hope you found this video useful.